Now, I rode this for the first time. This is a 2011 Gixxer 600. I rode this for the first time when my buddy there asked me to go test drive it with him, see if it was in good shape, and I drove it and I declared it the finest bike I'd ever ridden. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is different. This is so different. It's so funny. I'm in A mode, which is the party mode. And immediately this thing is a party animal. I'm not kidding. I mean, this thing, it's funny. Pretty cool. Okay, now, so it sounds ferocious. It's got a ton of zip right off the line. But yeah, compared to that Busa, it just doesn't have the power. I'm close to wide open there. Oh, I was in 5th gear, so go figure. Oh my gosh, look at the red line on this thing. It's 15,500 RPMs. That's crazy. Geez, you know, I thought the E was pretty high there. I'm gonna quick pull over and do a little run on this thing. These roads aren't very good. They're straight enough, but they're not flat. Wow! Oh my gosh! This thing screams! It can just scream its head off. Now the seat is hard as a rock. I almost feel like I'm sitting on the back seat or something. It's really weird. And it is a little bit of a gas tank humper. But, gosh, this isn't light feeling. I don't know what it is. So this is a little screamer. I'm at like 7,500 here, and this thing just, oh wow. Thing pulls. And the brakes are superb. Alright, note to self and viewers, don't ride a Busa and then ride a Gixxer, because the Busa kind of spoils you there. This thing, now this would be the party bike on the track, no doubt about it. I mean, it would be fun to try to track the Busa too, but this is light and feels razor sharp. Has excellent throttle response. The braking, the front brake is superb. Alright, this is about where I got air on the Busa. I mean, it wasn't a lot, it was probably right there. That was the offending culprit. No, actually, it must have been this one. Look at this bump. You don't want to hit that at 100. Alright, I'm almost wide open there. Okay. Not a great idea with these bumps again. Pretty torn up road here. But that was a lot of throttle. I didn't really wring it out though. But you know, I would like to know where peak horsepower and torque is on this thing. I suspect it's before redline. It felt like I had passed peak at one point there when I was a little higher up. But oh my gosh, yeah, this thing, wow. I never really got to corner it before, not really. This thing is like a little bullet machine. My friend may not be impressed with my hooning and shenanigans. Man, you can really just hang off on this thing. Oh my goodness, side to side. Oh yeah, this is... I know why I call this the finest bike. Yeah, it's down on power. That's okay with me. Alright, what would I take? Which bike? Which bike? If they were the same price, I'd take the Busa. Okay, no question about it. I'll just say that right now. But they're not the same price, and the insurance is insane on the Busa. I know that from my friend. He pays a fortune. I think he's paying $2 or $3 grand a year for both of these. Coverage. Buy a couple green magics for that. Now so far I'm not getting that real light front end feeling on this bike, which is a good thing. But my wrists, they're kind of the same thing, I guess. My wrists, they are sore. But now here's the thing, of course, the air is venting right into my chest, not my helmet. So there is less turbulence, I think, less wind noise, and it does, if you're going fast, the air kind of holds you up, as they say, and it does seem like it works. Now going this speed, what am I going, 35? Yeah, no, this is no good. It's not good for a couple of reasons. But so far, no police, no Johnny Law, no Popo. Not all laws were respected on this ride so far. Yeah, this bike is a lot of fun. It really is. Okay, so obviously, let's go back to comparisons. Why not, right? We're in the Suzuki family today. I would take this bike to the track, of course. I mean, 1,000 times over the Busa. This thing is just wiggles, light. It's great. And I haven't even tried on a proper corner. And that is the thing. Now, I know there's guys out there with great experience. I've been riding a long time, but I don't have the miles a lot of guys do. I just don't ride balls out 7, 8, 9 tenths all the time, really ever. I'm not the guy who's gonna go try to drop my knee on a corner on a bike I've never really ridden before. Now you may be that guy, and I salute you. Beautiful. I have to get a little aggressive on that. So this has been a fun ride. It's a fun ride for me because I'm on new bikes, new technology, FI and all that. Yeah. Awesome brakes, awesome road holding and grip. But, I haven't really been riding for the joy well, I guess it's just a bit of a week, so I shouldn't complain. But anyway, it's fun. It's fun being out with these guys. It's great to see Hawk Girl's bike back on the road again. I know the last time I tried to help and fix that tire was 2 months ago, so it has not even turned on in 2 months. And I don't think it's been ridden for 3 months or hardly much in 4 months. So it's fun when you get a buddy's machine back roadworthy and you're on your maiden voyage. So I'm in a pretty good mood today. I guess if you're like 45 to 50, I don't really feel the pressure so much on the bars. I mean, it's there. Gosh, I wonder how far I could ride this thing. And again, never ever ride a Busa than anything else that doesn't have, almost the same power, because I don't know, it just feels different. Now I'll go to sleep. I'll forget about all this, and I'll get back on much more reasonable bikes, and I'll have a blast. But when the comparison is on the same ride, it's so fresh. It's like, I mean, this thing is well, I didn't say that it's not gutless, but it just, compared to that monster ahead of me, it just doesn't have the torque and the power. Now again, this is, I'm down low. I'm just gonna switch this over to B mode for a second. Oh my gosh, wow. Now this is the funny thing. When I drove this first on the test drive, I accidentally, somewhere on the test drive, whacked it into B mode and rode it for most of the trip, and then at the end I switched it to A, because I remember thinking, yeah, it's great, but it's not nuts. And then once I whacked it into A mode, I was like, oh yeah, there's your power. A and B mode, a very big difference. 4500, it just makes a lot of noise with this exhaust, I guess. It doesn't really shoot you forward, again, compared to the Busa. The Busa will do that at 3K, no problem, just shoot you forward. Yeah, not much until, let's see, until I was hitting around 5,500, then it started to really kick in. Went to our local 3 Big Brand dealer, motorcycle dealer here, big dealership. Now, I'm not going to say who they are because I kind of think all the salespeople are kind of dicks. And to be honest, I don't know, I haven't really met anyone in there I think is cool. In fact, I met a couple fuckwads there. But they do have a lot of bikes, and I did get hooked up the last 2 weekends with free cheeseburgers on the grill outside, so that's something there. And I did, I swung a leg over a gosh, probably 12 to 15 bikes. And here's what I would say. The most comfortable bike for me, and I'm 6'3", and a little bit lanky, with big feet, hands down, is the Ninja 1000. Now, that may not be a surprise to many people, but from the reviews I read, if I wanted to go a little nuts, that would be the bike for me. It is very comfortable. I kind of like the very aggro look to it. It's very front heavy, like a Blowfish. I kind of dig that. I mean, it's not my favorite style, but it's okay. And apparently that has just, you know, power for days and great torque and all that. Again, if you are still with me, my most hated bike of all time is the Yamaha R6. I just think is an awful bike. It is so uncomfortable. It's like you're perched over the whole entire front end. It tried to throw me off the front end several times. It is not the bike for me. I do not like it. Well, it's been my pleasure to serve you today with my first vlog of the Hayabusa. And it's a wild cat. It's a wild thing, man. It really is. It's like the Swiss Army knife on steroids kind of bike. I can see the attraction on these bikes for sure. I can see why people like them.